Chapter 8. Don Tinker, Monroe County Sheriff for the last 12 years. Don't tinker with a good thing. Re-elect Don Tinker was sitting behind his desk, phone to his ear and leaning back with his feet propped up, when Gable and Rink were shown into his office. Without speaking, he motioned with his hand for them to sit as he continued his conversation. On the walls were certificates and pictures of him with various people who must have been influential in the small circle of East Tennessee and the county he was charged with protecting and serving. He was handsome in an older, gentlemanly way, with short graying hair and dimpled cheeks. "I promise you I will look into it," he said. "You too. Goodbye." He shook his head and raised his small eyebrows as he put the phone in its cradle. "I'm Sheriff Tinker," he said, pulling back his feet and rising taller than he appeared sitting. "Hi, Gable Marks, and this is Rena Leslie," Gable said, offering his hand. "Call me Rink." "Nice to meet you guys. I've seen the show." "I hope you like it," Gable said with a goofy sort of grin. "I do. One of my favorites. You've been in a police setting, I'm sure, being a lawyer and all," Tinker offered. The comment seemed to make Gable nervous. "I like research infinitely better." Tinker sat once more, as did the researchers. "So, you're investigating Bigfoot here in Monroe County. That's exciting. I'm certain you'll have quite a following. We don't always have celebrities in our midst. They shot a movie in Tellico once upon a time, but it's been a while." "A movie? Really?" Gable said. "Yeah, The Curse. David Keith, I think, sorta produced it. Had Will Wheaton in it. He was big at the time. Not a very good flick, if I remember correctly. I was on patrol at the time, so things are a bit foggy." He smiled. The conversation sat, so Tinker pressed on. "What would you need from the sheriff's department?" "Our website received information of a sighting or two. We're trying to get more information. Have you had sightings that you're aware of or could share with us?" "Sightings? Yes, we have." "How many, recently?" Gable asked. "At least 8, Tinker said. Gable looked to Rink and nodded his head as if he was pleased. 8 sightings in the last month or two is great." "No, today." "Wait, today?" "Today." "You've got to be kidding," Gable said. No, I'm not. I think people have gotten advance notice of you being here. I wouldn't put too much stock in it." "So, you think the locals might be making up some of them?" "You'll have to make of those what you will. I couldn't say," Tinker replied, smiling. He was a politician, after all. "What do the officers say about all the sightings? I would guess they have to respond." "That's sort of the thing. We have a really large area to patrol. We're the largest county in Tennessee. Lots of rural areas. Takes up a lot of time. They're understaffed as it is." "But they haven't seen Bigfoot," Gable said. Instead of answering immediately as he had been, Tinker paused, as if he might be choosing his words. "Maybe you can speak with some of them, and they can offer their own opinions. We haven't seen one answering a Bigfoot call. No." Rink's brow was furrowed, and she appeared to be listening with all her faculties. Leaned forward now, her hands steepling as her elbows rested on her knees. "Do you believe he's here, though?" Rink asked. "In Monroe County, Tennessee?" Another pause. "If he votes for Don Tinker and pays his taxes, I'll do my best to keep him safe," he said, and laughed big and loud. Gable and Rink joined him in chuckles. The tension was thick, though. "Listen," he continued. "I'll help you any way I can. Just be safe and be careful. Let people know if you're going to be on their land. I don't want anyone thinking you is a Bigfoot, like, what's his name? Robo." "Yes, Robo, our resident Bigfoot." "Yeah, Robo. I like that guy. You folks let me know if you need anything." Tinker rose and wrote on the back of a business card which he offered to Gable. "My cell is on there." He offered his hand once more, and the investigators departed for their rental van. You drive," Gable said as he tossed the keys to Rink. "It's hot. I'm wiped." "Are you all right?" she asked as she circled to the driver's side. "You looked like you saw a ghost." Gable didn't say anything else, and when he climbed into the passenger seat, he pulled his hat over his eyes and leaned back. It's not like him, Rink thought. Still, that must be the reason. They drove to the Sweetwater Hotel and Convention Center.